Okay. Ugwu na jetike ite bụ ya ajụ n'anyị Igbo ojikwa azụ wee buru ite ọ na-apụ ọdụkọ mbọ ya azụ ọ na-efu ọtụtụ zụọ n'ahụ Igbo ochie butere n'ụlọ ọdụ so what's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our life and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth, knowing that we were not born to serve, we were born to live, explore, and enjoy our life. We're not born to serve, enduring hardship, enduring bullshit they put on us. No, we are born to live, explore, and enjoy. We have the power and the will to make things happen. We are unchangeable changers. We are not subject to change, but we change things. We don't die. How I wish many people will get that into them, that we don't die. Even what you call death does not mean you're dead. You don't know. It's an open door to the next level in life. It is a circle of life and death. You are born to die, and you die to live again. So that's to be born again. You keep living. You cannot leave this world. Somebody, many of them are all the people that believe in creation theory, all the people that believe in higher being, all the people that believe in spring being. They always ask that question: how did you come into existence, or how do you come into this world? You're asking me how I came. You don't know, but you believe there's a spring being that created you. But you never tell me how he created you, when he created you, the date he created you. You are just repeating the nonsense they put. At least look at your life. Look at your life. Whatever it is that you want to know in this life must start with you. You are the beginning of that thing that you really want to know, although you have no beginning. So how did you come into this world? You did not come into this world. You are part of this world. This is your eternal home. You cannot leave this world. You did not fall down from the sky. You did not come from anything. No, this is where you are. This is your eternal home. This is not your marketplace. The world is not your marketplace. You are not a stranger in this world. This is your world. You are one with this world. In this world you live. In this world you move. In this world you do everything. You have your entire being of this world. That's why religion is evil, because religion teach you that you are not of this world. And the people that told you that you are not of this world, they are not living like people that are not of this world. They are living like they control this world. They are in charge of this world. And you shouldn't know what they know. Think. So, we also encourage us to grow in knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't say because you don't know how to write or speak certain language. No. Whatever you know how to speak, or whatever language, there are people that understand it. Even if you don't know how to speak English, like myself, I don't know how to speak English fluently or very well, but I can use it to express myself. It's not my mother tongue. I'm not ashamed about that, because there's no white man that can speak my Igbo language the way I speak English language. In our villages, we are trained to speak English, but in English land or in a foreign land where we think it is their land, right? They are not teaching them our language. So, and when let me correct certain thing, I hear some people that are awakened. They say that see, people are giving money to build churches, but not to build schools. What schools? The school system we have now is the same thing with the religious system. It was in school that they taught me Bible first. The first Bible knowledge that I have was in the school. They call it Christian Bible Science. See? So the school is as worse as the churches. It's the same thing. Okay, so that's why people that are leading you, even your political leaders, they are religious leaders. They are basing their whatever law they are making, or however they are treating people, on the book they brought them up in. Okay, so but now I want to share with us what I titled parental care. You know, especially in Africa, majority of people are occupied with parental cause, and they keep talking about parental cause, but that's part of the brainwashing to make children remain good slaves, because in marriage, which the white men gave to us, marriage is not African thing. White men gave us marriage, and in that marriage, children are brought up as slaves. Children are raised as slaves, and they put many things, many commandments, many laws, many threats, to make sure children don't get out of that bondage, that they remain good slaves. So it's something that people, let's talk about. They don't talk more about parental care. That's why you see, lazy parents raising lazy children. You see crazy parents raising crazy children. They don't know what it takes, what it means to actually have a family. All they think that having a family is to get married and raise have children. But that's marriage. Family is not just you. Family is extended to kinsmen, kindred and all that. It's the village. That's why Africans used to say that it takes the entire village to train a child. So it's not like train a child as a slave in your house, as slave master train you to train them. Okay, so we must begin to talk about parental care, not all these parental costs, so that you see children laboring, some of them carrying drugs, some of them doing certain things they don't supposed to do, just because they want to, take care of their family, when it is not them that's supposed to be doing that in the first place. Okay, so what I will say, many of you may get upset about it, but as usual, You have the right. That's your feeling. I cannot change your feeling. You have your own, mentality or mindset. But if you don't change your mindset, I cannot change you. But my duty is to at least start the conversation or provoke you to think. You may not see sense in what I'm saying now, but hardship will help you to understand that. Since you don't want to learn it, the simple way, there's always hard way. Oh, okay, so you will get it. So parents are raising children as slaves. This is how they started it. So welcome to Bible study, because I will use the slave book they gave to us to show you how it happened and how we can liberate ourselves from it. Okay? So I will try as usual. And I do that best, free of charge. Let's go to Genesis, their beginning. That's their beginning. Not we don't have beginning, but they have beginning. Their God have beginning, but we don't. In Genesis chapter 2, I think it's verse 24, right? Verse 24. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. That must be okay, that's the second to the last verse of it. He said, therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. I just want to take the first line. So he said, therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother. Do you hear that? It's not me that said that. Their book said that, right? He said that a man, an adult, should leave his father and his mother, which is natural thing. You don't need any commandment to tell you that to be an adult. But they tell you that a man should leave his father and his mother. In African family tradition, that's wrong. And in nature, that is wrong. There's no reason for you to leave your father and your mother, unless you're talking about having sex. That's different. But your father and mother, they say you should leave them and begin to raise your own family. So they separated you from family for you to start family, outside family, which is disintegration, which is division, which separates you. So you see people today, they say, no, I don't want third party in my marriage or in my family. And those people that are saying are so hypocritical, they are bold in their hypocrisy. Because when they were doing their traditional whatever or their church whatever, they let third parties to come in. But after they say I do or settle down as husband and wife, now they said no third party. So that's how their marital problem starts. So when they are having that problem, they are covering it because no third party. They don't want to share it. Sharing it is bad. Even the society accepted it. Yeah, no third party is just you because it's marriage. It is not family structure. In family structure, you have multiple parties. The elders, fathers, mothers, cousins, all of them are involved in family. Family is not just you and your wife and your children. Family is large. Okay, let me say it again because I said that last night. Learn it from African Americans. They always do family reunion. They scattered everywhere. Then where we begin to organize family reunion, they come from one place because they found out that cousins they're fucking each other because they don't know themselves. But they are you can't even have that family reunion well because you are living in the system of marriage. But when you're talking about family union, which is family structure, they know each other. You know who is who. You know who is related to you. You know who not to have sex with. You know who not to romance. You know who not to see their nakedness or that because you know them. But if you don't know, you see some people, you meet somebody at the airport, you don't know it's your relation, both of you something click, you don't know it was family click, you thought it's a romantic click, bam 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 bam, oh, you have sex. Then so now it doesn't have effect anymore like that. But people keep living as if they don't care to know. But we will keep reminding them so that to show them why things are not working as it's supposed to work. You can't be doing something wrongly and expect it to work rightly. It's impossible. You can't be living marriage and expect to be living family or to have family. Marriage is different from from family. So you see, they say that it is a man should leave his father and his wife. So in other words, children are to live when they grow up to adulthood. They should leave, but before before they leave, it was commanded to the enslaved parents or to the misguided parents to train up those children in the way they should go. So when they grow up, they will not depart from it. It's in their book, Proverbs chapter Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Remember, he said you should depart, right? You should leave. But here, how they want you to live is conditional, just like love. Every love is conditional. There's no unconditional love because love is a lie. Love is temporal. Love is just a feeling. Love, you don't build anything meaningful, anything that you want to last on love. Nothing you build on love that will last. You may try to patch it and say, no, love is caring. You demonstrate love. That's bullshit. You don't demonstrate feelings because it don't last. You demonstrate it temporarily. You can't demonstrate it continuously. For I know it doesn't last. It's feeling. Okay? So you no matter how you interpret it, strong feeling is the same thing. Now they say that a child should depart when they grow up, right? They hear the garbage they want them to live with. He said, train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, when he is matured, when he is adult, he will not depart from it. A child, according to their book, supposed to depart from their father and mother. But the father and mother must train them up or train that child up in the way, in the culture, in the tradition, in the lie, in the falsehood they have devised and said this is because they gave them the book. This is what you must teach them. This is what they must obey. They must obey the commandment of God. They must obey the God of Israel. They must obey Allah. They must obey Jehovah. They must obey Yahweh. They must obey. They must obey. Slave mentality. He said a child is supposed to live, but before they get to that age of living, it is commanded to parents, enslaved parents, to train their child in the way he should go. So when he is old, he will not depart from the way, but although he departed from his parents. Are you following? A child is supposed to leave the parents when he grow up according to the book. But before that child will reach to the age of living, the parents must have been indoctrinated and brainwashed him with a lot of garbage that he must live with. Not even inheritance here, but I will get to that one later. So they don't want the children to depart clean. They don't want the children to live clean. They don't want to live free. They know that children will revolt. They will be like, come on. And you know, some of us did that. But here how they put it, you know, here how they put it in Ephesians chapter 6. Ephesians chapter 6. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. Here what it says, and you, fathers, that's parents, and you, fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath, but bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. This is how you can stop those children from questioning the garbage you keep them, you heap on them. He said, don't provoke them because they will be provoked. When they will see this thing, it doesn't make sense. Then you hear what he says, but bring them up in the what? Training and admonition of the Lord. In other words, no, don't make them think that it is you. Tell them, no, there is the Lord, God, higher in charge of everything. He is the one that even send you to be training them like that as their parents. Do you say, Father, do not provoke your children to rot. Not wrath of God. So when somebody tell you about wrath of God, they say, I have my wrath. So don't mess with my wrath. My wrath will come on you. When you're telling me to believe in God, I cannot see. My wrath will come on you. When you're telling me God bless you, my wrath will come upon you. When you're telling me God have mercy on you, my wrath will come upon you. Children supposed to depart when they grow, but before they reach to that age, brainwash them, indoctrinate them with garbage. But do not provoke them. Oh. Don't force it, because if you force, it's natural. They will provoked, and when they are provoked, they will do undoable. So he says, so bring them up in the training and admonition of the Lord. The Lord parents have not seen. And that Lord represents the enslaved master who enslaved the parents and instructed them to enslave their children. If they don't do that, they will be punished. You're supposed to know how you get this marriage in the first place. This religion you have today, you get it from your slave masters, Africans. It's not from us. Nothing from us have threats attached to it. Nothing from us have cause attached to it. Everything from us is natural. So they will not live clean. They will not live free. They will live as slaves. They will live burdened with the admonition of the Lord, with the commandment of the Lord, with the word of the Lord, which are all lies, with the promises of the Lord, which are all lies. That's why you can see them believing it is God that gives children. Although they have sense to have children, they say it is God that gives them the children. They grew up to know that it was through sense their parents have them. They say, it is God that created me. It is God that created me. Where did they get that from? From the lies their parents brought them up in. So they left the parents, although they claim that they have left the parents by building their own family. But the garbage the parents heap on them, they are still carrying it about. And when they hear somebody like me, they get upset. You can get upset. I can get upset. Whatever you think you are, I am. Whatever you think you can do, I can do also. They want them to live, but they must live in chains. Don't take away the chains. The chain, okay, you are free, but the chains are still there. Yeah, the chain is caught, but it's not taken away. It's still on their wrists, on their legs, on their mind. Everywhere they still chain them. Those chains make so if they want to depart, the chain will make noise. They pull them back. Don't depart from the way I brought you up. Don't be a disgrace to me. You see, make sure you put God first. Fear God. Worship God. Always pray. And when you wake up, pray. Before you go to bed, pray. It's the garbage nonsense they give them. They want them to depart, but not free. They want them to depart as slaves, loaded with all this nonsense they call the word of God, or however they call it. You see many adults today still going about walking around with that chains around them. The garbage their parents trained them. The garbage their parents taught them. They can testify themselves that prayer does not work, but the parents put that chain on them. They believe it's working. I am where I am today because of God. I am where I am today because my parents are prayerful. My son, my child, my daughter, as you go, I'll be praying for you. My God will see it. You are God that did not bless you for you to bless your child. But your child now is going to abroad where you don't know how the type of life we live in there, but you believe your God will make him succeed there. The same your God that failed to make you succeed wherever, maybe in the village or in Africa where you are living. So you see adults who left their parents but never left the lives or the lies, the garbage their parents taught them. One of the things that provoked me to share this is I read about somebody made that post on Facebook, and it was saying like it was saying something like it's a great thing, you know, for you to place your parents on monthly salary. I say that is wrong, but that's part of the garbage they brought us in. You know, some silly things that are going the wrong way, but because it is done in the name of the Lord and our parents did it, then we think it's the right thing. No, it's a wrong thing for you to place your parents on monthly salary. It's a wrong thing for you to be the one taking care of your parents. I'm not talking about your aged parents or like those that are quarter to go, about to die. No, they are sick, they are weak, they cannot do anything anymore. No, I'm talking about your parents. Your parents still putting lipstick, dress up, tie, dress sexy and all that, and they want you to go be making money for us, and they be celebrated. It is God. You see them still going to church, doing the work of God, and you're taking care of them. No, that's wrong. The only person you are supposed to take care of is somebody that is no longer able to walk, is too weak to walk, to earn a living, to help themselves. But if they can still put on their clothes, dress up and go to church meeting, dress up and go to town's meeting, you say you're taking care of them. It's wrong. But many of you don't see it as wrong. I remember one time somebody say, I'm working so that I can take care of my parents. And he's a young man. Her parents are still young. But that's the mentality. And you see, some parents even sell their land and send their child abroad to go and make money to take care of them. No longer them. So they born children as slaves that should be used to take care of themselves. Some of even go to the extent of telling you, when I die, make sure you give me a befitting burial. And they are poor. They didn't leave any good inheritance for their children, but they have that will for them. When I die, make sure you give me a befitting burial. Make sure, and the befitting burial is you put me in the mortuary and put me in the ambulance and they blow siren to bring me here. Then you make wake keep church bullshit, all the things they do, all that program they do. That's what they call befitting burial. They make big signposts or big banners with their picture on it, obituary, all that nonsense. And that's what they call befitting burial. Kill cow or kill goat, spend a lot of money to bury their dead body. That's foolishness. But that's what they call befitting burial. Wake up, my people. It is time you put out all those garbage your parents taught you. You are now an adult. You can make your own decision and live your own life. Live it well. Live better than your parents. I say that to my daughter every time. Live better than me. I don't want you to live like. And she's an adult now, so I'm not, of course, because she's my daughter. I have some, I don't want bad thing. I don't want to hear any bad thing to happen to her. But she's living. I withdraw. I draw myself back. So I don't want to see her as my parents, my Christian parents, see me or used to see me. No, she's free to live her life. No garbage. I didn't put any garbage on her. I'm not telling her make me proud or don't bring shame to my name or to my family. Fuck that. She's living her life. Somebody tell me, are you telling your children or child don't believe in there is no God? I say, how I wish I knew better like many years ago before I get married. I will not marry somebody that believes in God, and I will never teach my children about God. That is the evil thing they taught us. They lie. You see people lying. They dress up to lie. They are bold and lie. Anybody that said there is God is lying because no one has seen God at any time. It is people that made up that lie and legalize it and force people to accept it as true and passing it down from generation to generation. That people say there is God. If you say there is no God, they say it is only a fool that say there is no God. You know, you must be a fool to say there is no God. Well, what are you saying? Say the truth. So if saying the truth makes me a fool, I am a proud fool then. I am saying the truth. But you that say there is God, you cannot show God. The fool is better than you. Even animals are better than you. Because no animal will tell you there is God. They live their life naturally as they're supposed to, and that's how it's supposed to be. That even your book, they tell you, you say, go and learn from ants, go and learn from this. Like they ask you to learn from nature. Then after they tell you there is God speaking to you. It's God. Learn around you. You don't need school to learn. In African family structure, children are trained to, children are not trained to live, like depart. They are not trained to, no, they are trained to live, L-I-V, to live as part of the family, part and parcel of the family, not separated. When I look around us today, I say, oh man, even when I was growing up, life was not messed up like as it is today. Today, brother and brother, they are competing. They cannot live together anymore. You build a house, your brother want to build a house. And my own must be better than your own. My wife must be better than your wife. My children, people that come from the same family. You see people, you go to one inside bush, you see somebody building house there. They say that's where they gave him a load, his inheritance. That's where his inheritance is. So before an African family structure, you together. You want okay, you want to build a house. Okay, the land next to the family house, you build your own there. And that's how you know each other. That's how your children's children will keep knowing each other. That's how you keep the family running. You see people saying, respect, no more. How can you have respect when you don't even respect yourselves as human beings? How? Just as Igbo people saying they don't want our language to die. And they never build one school where they are using our language to teach everything. We don't have it. Well, how can you be saying you don't want your language to die? You don't want your language to die and you are chasing money. Is money your language? All right. You don't want your language to die, but you are flying, living in abroad. You don't want you have your children in abroad. You are forcing to teach them your language, or some of them you send them to Nigeria to go to be brought up there so that they will know how to speak it. So why did you live in the first place? If you cherish your language that much, why did you leave your village? Why did you leave your own place? That's how you keep your language. Do you know why Africa have many languages? Even like Nigeria have how many? I think they say it's about 500 languages. Is that division? People no longer living together as a family. Everybody separated. Now you just get married, boom, you go and start your own. The way you used to speak in your family, the moment you leave, your own change also. That's how it goes. The language even you call like Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa today as our language, that's not the original one. It's been changing. Because they use slavery also to destroy us, destroy our language and all that. So because marriage is slavery, you see parents raising up children with slave mentality, and many children are growing up with that mentality and think that is the right thing, that's the right way. It's not. It's the wrong way our parents brought us up in, which we must destroy, we must discard, we must trash. Now, but let me go one step further. Religious leaders cherry pick their slave book always to make people have that slave mentality or remain good slaves. as parents, as children. So they cherry pick. Let me walk us through again in this part. Now, let me start with that Ephesians chapter 6. So from verse 1, hear what it says. I will read 1 to 3. He said, children, obey your parents in the Lord. He did not say, children, obey your parents in the land. No. He said, children, obey your parents in the Lord. That's bondage. That's slavery. The Lord means the owner. So you are not living your life in marriage. You are not living your life in religion. He said, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Who said that? That's not right. Obeying your parents, obedience is for slaves. Obeying your parents in the Lord, in the slave owner, in your owner. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Say, honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment. See, with promise. First commandment with promise. So they use promise to keep you in slavery. He said that it may be well with you and you may live long on the earth. That's how they catch you. That's why you see many children. They don't want to grow up, although they are adults. They remain children. They don't want to, they want it to be well with them and for them to live long by keeping the lies their parents taught them. So you see preachers, they will always preach from here. They cherry pick like this portion of place because they want the children to remain obedient. Those children will marry and have children, all of them. That's why you see like Catholic Church, Anglican Church, even Pentecostals these days now, they are growing biologically. Because in evangelism, they evangelize one another, they win one another. But when you see people that have more weddings, more child dedication, they're also growing biologically. And that's also another tool for growth. You see, Catholic Church, they're not competing with you. That's why they said, no, you don't marry somebody from another church. Okay, you can marry their woman, but they will not marry our woman. Catholic Church, Catholic Church, Anglican Church, that was their initial way of growth. That's why they weren't involved in evangelism. It's Pentecostal that taught them evangelism and all that. Crusade. Catholics don't do the real crusade that Catholic introduced was killing people. You don't believe in Maria doctrine, they slay all of you, kill all of you, and take your land, take everything, build their church. People that survive must be Catholic. You must believe what we want. That's how they spread. The same goes to Islam. That's how they are supposed to know that Roman Catholic Church started Islam too. That's why they do the same thing to today. So religious, they will pick this, and also First Timothy. This is another where they will cherry pick. First Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. Oh, this is the one Pentecostals use a lot. He said, but if anyone does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his household, he has denied the faith. Not that he has denied himself, not that he has denied nature, but he has denied the faith. They don't care about you, they care about the faith. They don't care. You remember in First Corinthians chapter 2, I think verse 2, he said, Paul said there that among when you gather among you, I care for nothing else except Christ and Him crucified. That's all they care about. They lie, the falsehood they sold you, the lie they heap on you. That's what it is called the faith. It is called the Lord. It is called Jesus Christ. It is called God. They don't want you to depart from that lie. He said that person has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. They call me unbeliever. Now, if they don't take care of their parents, they are worse than me. That's what they're saying. That's the thing Christians don't want to associate with, or the person Christians don't want to associate with. Unbelievers. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. No. What union, what fellowship have God and the bar, have darkness and the light? Because they are lied to them. They even believe that darkness is evil. And they don't know that they are darkness. I am darkness. Don't you see that I'm dark? I am darkness. And without me, there will be no light. Light comes from me. God comes from me. Everything you believe have their origin in me. And what you have, what you believe is fake. That's why I can tell you that. So the preachers pick these two places often and use it to bombard their congregations and making them good slaves. Children, obey your parents, honor your father and mother, so that he will be well with you and you will live long in the land. Then he said, if you don't take care of your parents, if you don't take care of your parents, you have denied the faith and you are worse than an unbeliever. And many of you carry that nonsense in your head. And that's why you are living like slaves to your parents. You left your parents, but you don't want to live their religion. You left your parents, but you don't want to live the lie they taught you. But they will ignore 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 24. They will ignore it. Or they will be disturbing you with verse 12. They will tell you, His grace is sufficient for me. But how about verse 14? Let's read it. Tell me the last time you heard any preacher or your preacher preach 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 14. Tell me. But you see, all the way they will tell you, John chapter 3, verse 16, they will tell you, give, it shall be given unto you. Pay your tithe. All that. But here, this is the one they will not preach, because if they preach this one, they will provoke you. You will begin to think, excuse me, so my parents are supposed to take care of me, not me taking care of them. Yeah, but it's not you're supposed to learn that in nature. Look at the animals. It's the parents that take care of the younger ones. The young ones, when they grow, they live their life, live their parents, live their tradition, live their heart, whatever. They just live their life. He said, truly. Oh no, verse 14. I'm reading verse 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 14. He said, now for the third time I am ready to come to you, and I will not be burdensome to you. I will not be demanding you to give me tithes. I will not be demanding for you to give me offering. I will not be demanding for you to lodge me in a hotel. I will not be demanding for you to buy me a car. I will not be demanding for you to raise funds for me. Mm. He said, for I do not seek yours. I do not seek your money. I do not seek your resources, but you. I'm not after your money, but I'm after you. I want to see you live well. I want to see you live better. Say, hear what he said. He said, for the children ought not to lay up for the parents, but the parents for the children. You that believe that you're supposed to be taking care of your parents, and you don't know that is not right thing to do. That is not according to nature. And you claim that you are educated, you claim that you know, of course, but that's garbage they heap on you. Let me read it with a contemporary English version. Contemporary English version said, I am planning to visit you for the third time, but I still won't make a burden of myself. What I really want is you, and not what you have. Children are not supposed to save up for their parents. But parents are supposed to take care of their children. It's not me. So for those of you that, hey, but I don't believe in the Bible because I know they copy it from us. So, but according to African family structure, it's always the parents who are saving up for the children. It's always the parents who are taking care of the children. It's not the other way around. But religion is slavery. Marriage is slavery. So they ignore this part. They will quote Ephesians chapter 6 and First Timothy chapter 5, but not Second Corinthians chapter 12, verse 14. where it's stated that it is children, I mean, it is parents that take care of the children and not the children taking care of the parents. But some of you, one of the lies they used to hold you, they say, your parents gave birth to you. Your parents gave birth to you. Giving birth to a child doesn't mean you take care of the child. It's in America, I begin to see people that are bold enough to say the truth. But where we came from back home, they tell us to lie. Even when your parents were so bad to you, you say, they're still my parents. You know, they love me so much. Happy birthday, mom. Happy birthday, dad. You are the best mom in the world. You are the best dad in the world. You are lying. Just the same way you lie, there is God. That's the same way you're lying. When your parents who didn't care about you, who never even like hustle much to take care of you as their children, but you claiming they are the best. Oh, what did they do to you? What did they do for you? I'm not saying every parent, so there are parents that actually did, and some parents even died trying to take care of their children. Those ones, up to you. But it still has to drop those religious garbage. So, what inheritance, do your parents leave for you? Because they are the one that's supposed to take care of you. Your parents supposed to leave inheritance for you, not you leaving inheritance for your children. I mean, for your parents. It is wrong for you to say, I build a house for my parents. It's wrong. It's wrong for you to build a house for your parents. Some of you, you didn't build any house, but when your parents die, you put them in the fridge and you want to build a house for them. Mm-mm. It's not supposed to be so. It's wrong. Some of you, because you travel to abroad and make money and all that, you say, I must take care of my parents. But that is wrong. And that's why corruption is growing in our land a lot. That's why. That's why we are suffering unnecessarily. You can't be going wrong way and making right way. It's not possible. You cannot have it both ways. It's impossible. It is your parents that are supposed to leave inheritance. That's why you see some children, they say, show me my own inheritance. Give me my own inheritance. Your father said, I don't have anything. You don't have it, you are having children. And some of you are about to marry. You don't even have anything doing to take care of yourself. But you are marrying by faith. Let me marry. You don't know what will happen. God will make a way. Maybe I will marry a hard-working woman. I will, she will be making money and they will leave. And after you say it is God that has been blessing you. You see how many women are suffering to put food on the table of their family. And after they say it is God. God is blessing. God is good. Oh, God help me to raise my children. I'm a single mother. Since my husband died, I pay my children's school fees. I work, I do business, I take care of my children. It is God. It is God. Who said there is no God? There is God. Ah! Oh man. So, what inheritance do your parents, your living parents right now, show me the inheritance they have for you? You see parents that have 10 children, 20 children, and they don't have even like up to 5 lands that those children will share. And they have this mentality of you have to live and they start your own. Not even a place where all of them can share one house and live, happily married. Well, when I went to build a house, they said you must build upstairs. I said, not me. And it's not my house, it's family house. We are 6 boys or 6 men. And I built 6 rooms. Period. That's it. You don't like it, that's your own bit. I live my life. That's simple. I enjoy my life. I have uncle who built upstairs and the other was very rich. He died. He's no more here. The children. You don't learn from what is happening around you. And that's why you keep suffering. Wake up. You keep believing what you don't understand. That's why you're suffering. You keep worshiping what you don't know. That's why you're suffering. Proverbs 13:22. 13:22. Oyedebo used to preach from this. No, Proverbs is not up to. Proverbs 13 is not up to 22. I made a mistake. Wait. I can correct it. I hope it's not 3:22. Okay, here. Yeah, Proverbs 13:22. Oh, I was in Psalm. My bad. Proverbs 13:22. I opened Psalm 13:22. And some of you will say, oh, what is going on? He said, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Hear what he said. But the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. Now, believers, they take the second part. They leave the first part. He said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So not just for his own children, but the inheritance that we also reach their children. A good man leave an inheritance for his children's children. So if your father did not leave any inheritance for you, he's not a good man. Or if you leave inheritance, he's a good man, but he's not a great man. But in Africa, we are great. We are not good. No African man is a good man. Every African man is a great man. There's difference. There's difference between a good man and a great man. We were born to be great, not to be good. Good people are evil. He said, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. That's why you see many people who claim to be righteous. They are lazy. They're praying for the wealth of the sinners to be transferred to them. Transfer of wealth. You hear Pentecostals saying that, or you hear believers believing that God will touch somebody, they will give you their wealth. Transfer of wealth. That's where they get it. The wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. So let them say it. Well, I have had them argue like with me also on social media. They say, yeah, be doing it, you will leave it for us. No. You know, when you go to New Testament, you say all those things, fire will burn them. So it's not true. New Testament contradicts this. The wealth of the sinners is not stored up for the righteous. Because you said this world will be burned. Your God will destroy everything. So it's not for you. But you see, many of, or some of them, they believe in the lie. The pastors, those religious teachers are cherry picking from the book and selling to them. You know, when you give, God will touch somebody. He will give to you. The rich man will give to you. No, they only give you during campaign. They come and give you a bag of rice or give you small money for you to kill for them, for you to campaign for them and vote for them, for you to fight for them and vote for them. While you keep suffering and they keep enriching themselves. Your parents did not leave inheritance for you, but they leave religion for you. They leave God for you. They leave Bible for you. They leave Jesus for you. They leave heaven for you. That's what they leave for you. Your parents did not give you inheritance, but they give you Bible. They give you God. They give you religion. That's your parents. I remember Pastor Ike. You know, it's from him I started hearing about. You know, he was also African boy like myself. So both of us become ministers in Pentecostal. So anytime we hear somebody that says from Anglican, oh, from Okanai, Okanai, our father's church. Anglican is our father's church. That's why we were brought up there. That's the inheritance. Many parents today are living for their children. Religion, God, Jesus, heaven, angels, Mary. Not tangible inheritance. And you see them forcing those children to get married. A child, I mean, their children that are not even taking good care of themselves. These people that cannot afford even wearing new clothes. But you see, some of them will raise money for them to marry. Adding salt to the injury, adding problem to problem, problem upon problem. And that's what we are suffering today. That's why you see many people stealing and all that. Before religion came to us, we don't have thieves in Africa. We don't need police. We don't need military, army. We don't need all those things. We don't need jail. We don't need cell where people are supposed to be locked up. Because in family structure, everyone is taken care of. If you misbehave, you'll be fixed. So you don't get out of hand. But today is no longer like that. And you think it's the right way. It's not. That's why I am calling us to wake up so that we stop being slaves to our parents and begin to consider about parental care. It's parental care that will make you to labor to be established before you think about bringing a woman in your house to have children. Okay? But, for us to have parental care, we must have family care. And for us to have family care, we must have peaceful family and united family. But religion has destroyed the unity and the peace of our family. That's the purpose of religion. That's what Jesus said in Luke chapter 12, verse 51 to 53. He said, He did not come to bring peace, He came to bring division. Father will be against son, son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against mother, mother in law against daughter in law, daughter in law against mother in law. That's Jesus. And He said, if you don't love him above your parents, above your siblings, above yourself, you are not qualified as his disciple. It is time you wake up and trash religion. It is evil. It's religion that gave us this evil they called marriage. So you see people today, instead of living life well, they're saying, I must make money, to make my parents proud. I must make money. I remember when I finished building that house, one of my sisters said, oh, you have removed reproach from us. So, see, reproach. So even to live in a hut is a reproach. You will soon die. It doesn't matter where you live. The main thing is how you are living. Are you enjoying life? It's rather I live in a hut and enjoy life than live in a mansion and be depressed, stressed out, miserable. It is time you free yourself and live humanly. Misguided parents will always give birth to misguided children, but no condition is permanent. You can stop it today, turn a new leaf, and live humanly. It is possible. Okay, and I see you making it. God